track test.
What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to continue working on the 2018 Jeep Grand Cherokee Trackhawk. And as you guys seen in the previous video, we installed all the carbon fiber on this thing, and I gotta say, it absolutely transformed the look of it, and it looks really good. But we're not done there. We actually got some more mods coming for it. But before we get to those mods, there is some final touches that we do want to take care of. For example, on the roof here, there is some cargo rails that go right here. And we're actually gonna have to install some rivets just to throw them on, as well as a little molding that goes into that crevice. And as for the interior, we're actually gonna have to jump back into there. And I believe there is some door seals that we gotta take care of on all 4 doors, so that shouldn't be an issue at all. Moving up front here on the hood, what we're gonna do is probably run to the dealership, pick up all these vents as well as that scoop, just so we can complete that hood. And I believe we're actually gonna have to redo these little flares right here, because as you can tell, they are peeling because we didn't remove the old adhesive, so that shouldn't be an issue. We should take care of that pretty easy. But anyways, I say we just go ahead and dive right in, get straight to work, and knock out these final touches. All right, so we finally got those cargo rails installed along with the roof seals, and this roof is pretty much 100% complete. And honestly, I really don't know what these are for, because they are plastic and they seem like they've been pretty weak. There's no like strapping points or something. What would you use them for?
I think they're probably just for looks. I mean, it would be nice to throw one of those big old like cargo tubs on top where you used to travel with and stuff like that.
There is plenty of cargo space inside of this thing, but I guess if you travel with a lot of people, there's extra cargo space.
Throw some skis are in there or something like that. You never know.
But that is pretty much it for the roof. What we're gonna do is actually jump into the interior, locate all of our door seals, and hopefully finish up that interior 100%.
All right, so the interior is officially 100% complete, and it looks like a brand new car in here. Honestly, looks way better than what we got it with, but we did do a lot of cleaning, vacuuming, wiping down. Heck, we even vacuumed the headliner, and that sucker looked brand new now, dude.
Dude, it looks brand new. Honestly, we were just planning on just throwing on the supercharged door seals, but we went all out, and I'm glad we did, man.
Yeah, definitely, because now the interior is spotless. And dude, check out those door seals with the floor mats, dude. That is legit.
That's aluminum right there. That is neat. But hey, look, now when you get in here, you're gonna be reminded of what you're stepping into. Supercharged Trackhawk.
Dude, that is
don't
crazy.
Play.
Yeah, don't play. But anyways, we are officially done. The next thing we're gonna do is basically jump onto the exterior of this thing and start start cleaning and putting this thing together, because as for the interior over here, there's a lot of cleaning,
dude,
man.
a lot of cleaning, man. That took a good bit of time. The only thing that we didn't clean actually was the Alcantara here, because I really don't know what kind of product to put on there. We didn't want to damage it. It wasn't dirty either.
Yeah, it wasn't dirty. We just vacuumed it, but it is some kind of soft material. I don't even know if they have anything that will clean stuff like that. Who knows?
Dude, but the rear seats are clean. The trunk is clean. Next thing is to focus on the exterior, which we're gonna run up to.
Yeah, run to the dealership, pick up all of our vents for the hood. That way we can complete it and any other parts that they may have.
All right, guys, so check this out. We went ahead and threw in the scoop right there, as well as these two little vents. And we did run into a little issue because we noticed that we just ordered the wrong part. We actually ordered the vents for a Trackhawk right here and a scoop for a Hellcat Challenger, which they're all different. The Hellcat Challenger, the Charger, and the Trackhawk have different vents. And the ones that will fit this hood right here, this aftermarket carbon hood, are Charger vents and scoop, which we stole it off the cop car if you haven't noticed. So that means we are gonna have to order a little bit more. That shouldn't be a big deal. Kind of sucks. We're just gonna be running 3 vents for now.
Hey, but that looks good right there, dude.
Right
With
there.
just those 3 vents, dude, I can't wait to get 2 more and we should be good.
Yeah, dude, the fitment is on point. I really love the fitment of these vents. Just gotta bolt them down. We should have just went off the part number that was provided with this kit. I guess we'll just have to order those here real soon. But the next thing that we're gonna move on to is actually these fender flares. Go ahead and pop them off, remove that old adhesive, and secure them properly. All right, so we just installed those fender flares. We had to change out the 3M, and it is nice and perfect on there. But while we were working, did you smell something?
Smell something come out of the woods, man.
Dude, we smelled some sort of scent, and we come out here to find Pops
Watching.
cooking
Boy
some.
out here cooking something.
Watching.
Boy, cooking some meat.
Son.
Man.
What is that, some jambalaya?
Yeah, I think that's what it is. Jambalaya. Cooking right.
Jambalaya, man. We're out here in nature by the garden, gonna use the fresh herbs and vegetables.
About to eat some good food right now.
Some good food. Yeah, we'll do a taste test while we're in the middle of working or
Yeah,
whatever.
he just made this sucker too a couple hours ago.
Little barrel, what is that? A little barrel cooker?
Yes, a barrel cookie, yes.
I guess we got his creative genes, huh?
Definitely, dude.
While we were working on the Trackhawk, he was welding that sucker up right there. So that's pretty dang neat. We just had to come out here. We couldn't help ourselves, man.
Yeah, it smells so good, but now back to work.
All right, so back in the garage here, and as you can tell, that fender flare looks good because it is on there properly. But what we're gonna move on to next is actually our suspension. And if you guys don't remember, a lot of the suspension was actually bent, and we just kind of straightened it out with some heat, some hammers, and some other bending utensils. And what we have right here is actually a lot of these components. We got some inner and outer tie rods right here. And if we get this on, we can probably go to the alignment rack, right?
Yeah, that's the main thing, is actually get alignment on this thing, because this thing is just all over the road when you're driving, dude.
Yes.
The steering wheel sideways and all that stuff.
It is a little bit sketchy, but since we are actually gonna put it on the lift as well, we're gonna pop off those wheels and tires or whatever, we might as well go ahead and throw on our lowering springs, because this thing does kind of sit a little bit tall. As you can tell, it's got about pretty big gap right there, and it's actually going to drop it 1 inch in the front and 2 inches in the rear, because it kind of just like leans a little bit.
Yeah, it sits a little bit higher in the rear, and I believe this is just going to make everything sit just perfectly flush.
It's going to look super sick. And on top of that, we got some other awesome components right here, some absolute beef, because the rear control arms were bent as well, and we just straightened those suckers out with a hammer because they're like super thin. But look at those, dude. These are, I think these are full aluminum CNC'd right here from Black Ops Auto Works. They're adjustable, and they are way beefier than the original one, so that's gonna be awesome as well. So I say let's just go ahead and move this Trackhawk onto this lift right here and start working on the suspension.
Alright guys, so we actually decided to do our lowering springs first, because this is the more difficult task, so we want to knock this out first. As you can tell, we went ahead and removed one of these strut towers from the passenger side, and this wasn't easy to actually take off. We had to remove the front bumper and a bunch of other suspension components just to get to this, and we finally got this sucker out. So good thing we're starting with this, that way we can just knock it out. The tie rod ends or whatever will be super easy. We'll just knock those out in a few minutes. But anyways, we've never done this before, so this is gonna be our first time. Have you done this before?
I've never done this before, but I think it should be pretty simple. We watched a couple videos. We picked up the coil spring compressor right there.
Hopefully we can just compress this spring. I guess you unscrew one bolt and we should be able to slap our new spring on here. All right guys, so there you have it. We finally got that front end completely lowered, and we got the new inner and outer tie rod on both sides, and we aligned this sucker to the best of our eyeball ability. Hopefully that's enough to actually drive us to the alignment machine and back.
For sure, man. I think that'll be perfect. I mean, the steering wheel is straight right now, and the
rotors
are
straight
sitting straight.
Yeah, so we are good. We're not gonna throw on the front bumper just yet and all that good stuff. We're actually gonna jump onto the rear now. Hopefully it's a lot easier because, you know, the spring is actually
separate.
It's separate from the strut itself. So hopefully we just take these wheels off, probably take the strut off, maybe one lower control arm or upper control arm, and hopefully we can slap that sucker in. So let's go ahead, pop these wheels off, see if we can lower the rear end. so it is actually the next day here because we did run out of time last night installing all 4 of our lowering springs, but they are finally on. And the next thing that we wanted to move on to is actually our rear upper control arms, these billet aluminum ones. But we're actually not gonna install these because our tires didn't come in time for our new wheels. And we honestly want to install these with the new tire and wheel setup. That way we can adjust the camber properly. So we're just going to hold off on these. And for now, we're probably going to go ahead and throw our stock wheels and tires on.
Yeah, exactly. As for the new wheels, we do got them in. We may reveal them in today's video. Who knows?
Yeah, I say we probably should just reveal them, just show them what they look like.
Dude.
Maybe, who knows?
But the new tires will be in a couple days, so that'd be in a video here soon.
Oh yeah, definitely. But anyways, I say we go ahead and slap these stock wheels and tires back on and honestly see how this thing sits on the ground.
Dude, hopefully we didn't mix up the springs. Remember we were thinking that last night? We're like,
dude,
because they weren't really labeled much, but I think we got them right.
Yeah, hopefully it doesn't just look like it's nose diving.
Nose diving or popping a wheelie.
Something like that. Hopefully it's not sitting all crazy like. But yeah, let's go ahead and throw these wheels on, lower it down, and probably head to the alignment machine.
Yeah, we could head to the alignment rack and knock that out early this morning.
Let's do it.
Dude,
that is that not perfect?
That is perfect right there. Look at that. It's like leveled out perfectly and oh man, that looks clean with the original setup right there. I gotta say.
Dude, that almost looks like that's how it should came out of the factory right there.
Exactly, yeah, look at that. And I believe these springs are actually made to retain the factory drivability.
Yeah, it's gonna drive just like factory stock. It's just the special edition Pro Series. That way these things, like if you want to take it to a drag strip or you want to race, these will be able to do it.
They're gonna function, but dude, that looks so clean right there. I guess as of right now, let's go ahead and pull it out. Do you want to clean it before we go there, or do you want to?
I say we go ahead and wash it down, probably do a little bit of foam on it and
we gotta arrive in style, man.
Oh yeah, we gotta clean it up. I mean, it is filthy, so let's just go ahead and pull it out, give it a nice clean wash, and then we'll head to the alignment machine. This is a Trackhawk, man. It drives perfect now. Not pulling nothing, dude.
That is awesome. What about that suspension? How smooth is it? We really didn't test it much.
I mean, there's really nothing to test. It's factory, basically. You know what I mean?
That's the perfect thing about it. We hit a couple bumps on the way here, a couple railroad tracks, and it is pretty dang smooth.
Yeah, not a difference at all, dude. It's just OEM feel drive. You know, it's an OEM feeling. You know what I mean?
Exactly. That's exactly what we wanted, but you know what? We're gonna change up, I guess, the ride quality maybe a little bit with the wheels and the tires that we got for it.
Yeah, hopefully they're not too rough, you know what I mean? So I guess, what do you say, go back home, or you want to do a little bit of pulls on this thing before we get back?
Let's do a couple pulls, a couple ride quality, let's jump some tracks at least.
Let's just test this sucker out, honestly.
Let's do it, and then we'll go back and I guess we'll reveal some awesome things to you guys.
Let's do it. All right, here we go, railroad track test.
Woo, dude.
Nothing wrong with it, man. Just glided over those suckers. About jumped it a little bit. We got some blind spot unavailable. And
we gotta get that stuff reset by the dealership,
Yeah,
along
definitely.
with this little rain sensor right here, or not rain sensor. I believe there's some sort of other sensors in there.
all types of sensors, rear, front. We gotta just make sure, you know, we still got a Christmas tree going here. So hopefully a dealership can just like clear all that.
Yeah,
you know what I
exactly.
mean?
But as of right now, let's head back.
Let's do it.
All right, guys, so we are back at the house, and this thing drives perfect, drives like a bullet, and it looks really good after we wash it, man. That thing just shines. And lowering springs.
Oh, and lowering springs, it just sits perfect. But one thing we are missing is new wheels on this tire, new wheels and tires, because, you know, those things just all scratched up. They just look kind of weird on this whole entire setup, you know what I mean?
Exactly, yeah. They don't go with the flow. That's one thing that doesn't go with the flow,
But
right?
today we're gonna show you guys the wheels that we got for it finally. And right here we got a box from Vossen. We got all four, but we're just gonna go ahead and pop one open because we don't have the tires in right now.
Yeah, the
right?
tires will be in this weekend, so we're gonna probably throw them on in another video. I honestly don't know how many more videos are coming on this Trackhawk.
It's basically done. All it is just finishing touches. You know
Finishing
what I mean?
touches, man, and this is the most exciting
Oh
part,
yeah,
right?
it's the most exciting whenever you get stuff like this. So let's go ahead and actually crack this sucker open right here and see what these wheels look like. Dude, those are sick.
Those are gonna look epic. Look at that. And this is a 22. We're still gonna retain the same size tire, right? 305, so the
Yes,
fitment's gonna be around the same.
Yeah, the width is gonna be the same and all that good stuff. Dude, check that out. Should we go ahead and unwrap it completely?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's go ahead and take that off right there. Oh my goodness. And we went with the perfect color, the high gloss black. I think that's just gonna flow perfectly.
Dang, dude, what about those SRT badges? Will they pop in here?
The center caps, I think that should just clip right in there, no problem.
Dang, dude, that looks crazy. Now,
But that's all that we're gonna do. So huge shout out to Vossen. We're just gonna reveal to you guys that. Let us know what you guys think of that. I wish we could throw it on, but that'll probably be
here
next
real
video.
soon.
All right, so there you guys have it, our brand new wheels that we're gonna throw on the Trackhawk. They're gonna look super sick. Huge shout out to Vossen. We're definitely gonna leave their link down below if you wanna check out their whole collection of wheels. There is one more thing that we are gonna reveal, which is in this box right here. We're actually gonna throw a Corsa exhaust on this thing. As you guys know, we got the cold air intake. This is just gonna allow it to flow properly. We're actually not gonna unpackage this because we are running out of time, but make sure your post notifications are on so you don't miss out on anything. And also, if you want an inside scoop before YouTube, definitely give us a follow on Instagram at goonzquad. So that is pretty much gonna be a wrap for today's video. And also, I do wanna mention that we do got some brand new merch on the website. You got the Goon Squad in the lime green with the Almost OEM. It's an awesome design. There's not very many of them, so if you guys wanna help support your boys, be sure to visit goonzquad.com. But with all that being said, thank you guys so much for all the love and support. Be sure to drop your comments and thoughts down below, and we'll catch you guys next time. Peace.